Welcome back to Wheel Relevant. When you spend time with the 2025 Honda CB650R in the real world, the bike's personality begins to shine through in subtle ways. At idle, the engine hums with that familiar Honda smoothness, but the moment you twist the throttle there's a refined rasp that hints at the inline-four's willingness to climb toward the red line. It's not a raw, angry sound like you'd find on a leader-class naked, but it's engaging enough to remind you that this is not an entry-level machine. As the revs build, the exhaust note takes on a pleasing growl, and riders who appreciate mechanical character will find themselves searching for excuses to rev it out. This is the charm of a middleweight four-cylinder. It rewards a deliberate riding style, one where momentum, gear selection, and throttle application all come together. On city streets, the upright yet sporty ergonomics make sense. The handlebar position gives you leverage and confidence in traffic, while the slightly rear-set pegs keep your body in a stance that's ready for sudden maneuvers. Shorter riders will find the 31.9-inch seat height approachable, while taller riders may need to adjust to the slightly compact cockpit. The mirrors provide clear rearward visibility, and the TFT dash is one of the clearest in its class. Vibrant, crisp, and easy to read even under direct sunlight. When paired with Honda's Road Sync, the display becomes more than just a speedometer and tech. It's a hub for navigation, music, and communication. That's not something every middleweight naked offers, and it brings a more premium feel to the ride. The clutchless riding experience is where the CB650R sets itself apart. For newer riders stepping up from smaller bikes, the e-clutch can remove a layer of anxiety in traffic. You can roll to a stop at a red light, leave the bike in gear, and simply twist the throttle when it's time to go, and no clutch juggling required. For seasoned riders, it might take a little time to unlearn muscle memory, but once you adapt, it becomes second nature. The option to still pull the clutch lever whenever you want gives you confidence that you're never locked into the system. This balance of control and convenience is Honda at its best, a technology that enhances the experience without taking away choice. In terms of suspension, the Showa 41mm SFFBP fork is a highlight. It provides more support than a basic telescopic fork while keeping weight reasonable. In corners, it communicates well, giving the rider feedback without feeling twitchy. The rear shock is adjustable for preload, which is enough for most riders who just want to tailor the bike for solo or occasional two-up use. If you plan to ride aggressively or carry heavy loads, you might wish for more adjustability, but for the target rider this setup hits the sweet spot. The overall ride quality is firm but not punishing, perfect for someone who spends weekdays commuting and weekends chasing curves. On highways, the lack of wind protection becomes noticeable. Naked bikes are inherently more exposed, and at 70 or 80 miles per hour you'll feel wind pressure across your torso. For shorter stints, this isn't a problem, but for longer rides it may wear you down. A small accessory fly screen can help, but the CB650R will never be a touring machine. What it excels at is making shorter rides, city hops, and back-road adventures feel engaging. That's where its personality aligns best. The joy of riding for the sake of riding, without overcomplicating things. One thing worth noting is Honda's approach to rider aids. The CB650R doesn't drown you in electronic modes and settings. You get Honda Selectable Torque Control to help manage traction, and ABS for safety, but beyond that it's a rider-focused machine. There aren't multiple ride modes or layers of menus to sift through. Some riders may see this as a downside compared to feature-loaded competitors, but others will appreciate the simplicity. It's very much aligned with the philosophy of giving the essentials and letting the rider do the rest. Maintenance and ownership costs are another area where the CB650R appeals. Honda's reputation for reliability means you're less likely to face unexpected problems, and parts availability is broad. Service intervals are sensible, and fuel economy is better than many expect from an inline-four. Over years of ownership, this adds up. It's not just about the upfront purchase price, but about how the bike treats your wallet in the long run. For riders who want peace of mind as well as performance, this is part of the value equation. The aesthetics deserve another mention because design is often what draws people into the showroom. The CB650R has that neo-sports Café copyright look that blends Café copyright tracer minimalism with a muscular street fighter stance. The sculpted tank, the tucked-in tail, the sharp LED headlight all combine into a machine that looks contemporary without being too trendy. It's stylish now, but also likely to age gracefully. For riders who want a bike that makes them glance back after parking, this design succeeds. Compared to rivals, the CB650R stands out for being an inline-four in a class dominated by twins and triples. The Triumph Trident 660 is playful and compact. The Yamaha Moto 7 is famously torquey and lightweight, and the Kawasaki Z650 offers affordability and practicality. But none of them deliver the smooth, rev-happy experience of 4 cylinders. That's the ace Honda plays. Add the e-clutch convenience and the premium touches like the TFT dash, and the bike carves out its own niche. It may not be the cheapest option, but it's one of the most distinctive. As for pricing, the ballpark of around $9,399 in the US puts it slightly above some competitors, but you're paying for more cylinders, more features, and a higher-end feel. In Europe, expect figures around a negation 9,000 to a negation 11,000 depending on taxes and specs. It's not budget territory, but it's positioned as attainable premium step up from entry-level nakeds without leaping into the financial stratosphere of leader-class machines. When all is said and done, the 2025 Honda CB650R is about balance. It doesn't aim to overwhelm with raw power, nor does it cut corners to hit a bargain bin price. It's designed to be a bike you can live with daily, enjoy on weekends, and be proud to own. It has enough personality to keep you entertained, enough refinement to keep you comfortable, and enough reliability to keep you confident. For riders stepping up from smaller machines, or those looking for a versatile middleweight that won't grow stale too quickly, it's a compelling option.